Kapa or bark cloth making has been something that's been passed down for a very long time. It was such an important practice that we actually brought the trees when we migrated from island to island across the Pacific. And so each island has its own way of practicing it, but within Hawaiian culture, because of colonization and assimilation, we're still kind of reclaiming a lot of the kapa making practice that we once had at, before contact. And I think all kapa makers' goals are to make sure that we pass down more knowledge than we had to begin with when we personally stepped into the practice. So, it's something that I hope to carry on, so that the history continues to grow more than what we once thought it would be.
That's such a, fine art, and it's so wonderful to hear you, talk about how important it is to you and your family and, perhaps siblings too. And we sort of, have that same practice in, our family, because, the tradition of weaving has been passed, down for generations and generations. We even have our 6th generation, doing some weaving now. My nieces
amazing.
and nephews. Yes. So it's still practice, and we're still passing down that knowledge, which is really important for us because it's a way of life for my people.
Yeah, I think for us too, it's the same way. Like, even though I didn't learn from my grandmother or anyone within my family, kapa making for us is like one small facet of like a larger cultural resurgence. And it goes back for a while, but really started happening on a focused level in the 1970s with the Hawaiian Renaissance. And so we had like a huge surge of interest and redefining of purpose for reclaiming not only kapa, but traditional agriculture, our language, hula, like dancing, and it all feeds into each other. So we got to make sure like the kids keep it going and understand the importance of keeping it going.
We often use the phrase, sheep is life, which is, straight to the point. And, it is, sheep's a big, commodity in my culture. We also believe, through traditional, stories that sheep was a gift from the deities. Of course, in history, sheep was introduced by the Spaniards, and I observe both, topics. I believe that yes, it is a gift from the deities, because when we have ceremonies, sheep are always included in the enunciation of what they brought to the people, and so that's why we consider them sacred. They provide food, and they provide wool for our weaving, which is what we totally use, just wool and mohair for our weaving. And I know that my great-great-great-grandmother had sheep, and that tradition has been passed down too, that we were taught that you have to maintain a herd of sheep, because you don't want to go hungry, because it provides food, provides wool for your weaving, to make clothing, blankets, and we still practice that today.